program is for adult audiences only.
Time to open up some whoop-ass.
We bring the heart to the heartland, where the souls collide, dreams expand, the arms are set high. We're bumping chops and running roads in the world of pro wrestling, where the weak will show. From the top rope to the depths below, the warriors in the ring with nowhere to go. Blood, sweat, and tears, it's a battle of the wills. We bring the heart to the heartland. Heart to the heartland. Turn the volume up, they can hear from hell. Everyone's ready, so let's ring the bell. Ding, 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 let's start the clock. HBW, yeah, we're bumping chops.
Welcome to the first ever live HCW's Bumping Chops, where the chops hurt and the words mean nothing. I'm your host, Billy Simmons, co-owner of Heartland Championship Wrestling, alongside my good buddy, Bobby Casey.
What's up, everyone? Hopefully everybody can hear us all right, since this is my first time ever streaming live through OBS. If I'm failing, let me know down in the comments section. We got George Castillo in here commenting. What about on Facebook? We got anything on Facebook yet, Daniel? Nothing yet, but thank you for joining us for the live episode of Bumping Chops. Bumping Chops is proudly presented to you by the Chubby Buddy Studio, so make sure you hit that like and subscribe button on the YouTube side of things. We're also streaming live on Facebook, so make sure you're following HCW Live on Facebook. You can leave your comments down below.
And to get the latest information about HCW, follow us on all social media platforms at HCW Live 23. Again, that is HCW Live 23.
I guess let's just talk about what we're going to do real quick. I mean, this is a little bit different for us since we're normally used to recording and we can edit all of our mess ups later.
Well, it's a live. I like being live. I think it's a cool thing. Garage beer, as always. It's great beer. Go try it.
It is. I had to run and get another 12-pack. I think we're already down 4 at this point. So
Well,
6
that,
maybe.
that happens. My brother's a bit of a lush, so, you know.
Since last, I think it was bad luck that I introduced our guest last time, so because she had technical difficulties.
Yeah, but that introduction is so good. You've got to do it.
All right. Well, let's just bring the one on why everybody's here.
Okay,
At least half of the reason. All
Let's do
right.
it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, she is lightning in a bottle and sass with a suplex and a princess with a punch. She has graced the bright lights of Evolve Wrestling, stepped into the world of WWE SmackDown, and made her presence felt in NXT. And right now, she's the current HCW Sunflower Champion, standing tall, fierce, and unapologetically peerless. She is the one and only Camron Brenay.
Oh my gosh,
What's
what an introduction.
up?
I was over here and I was like, me? What?
Hey, welcome to Bumping Chops.
Hi, finally. It took you long enough, Billy.
Whoa,
just kidding.
now,
But
whoa, now.
thank
Listen,
you.
you're just
thank
as
you.
busy
I'm
as
so
I
excited.
am.
I'm just so excited.
Good.
No more technical difficulties, I see.
Thank gosh. I was so sad. I felt horrible. I was like, this is all my fault.
You know, if it wasn't for those technical difficulties, we wouldn't have said, you know what, let's just go live for the first time ever. So, you know,
That's true. That's true.
You
Consistently
make,
making history.
That's right. We're making history and making steps. When things go bad, we make progress out of it instead of back steps.
But not only is she
Matters.
our first ever live guest, this is like almost 1 year of Bumping Chops. So
Correct. So this
Ooh,
is
even
pretty much
better.
our anniversary show. So 1 year of Bumping Chops. I remember when Bobby asked me to first do it, I kind of blew it off. He came back around later on after I started HCW up, and I decided, you know, I can take a day every other week to try to make this happen. And he's been fantastic. He sets everything up, makes my job easy. I come in, I podcast, I go home. So
I love that.
He's the man. He's doing all the work. I just come in and talk a little shit.
I'm sweating right now.
He's like, so much stress.
Oh, no, not stressing, sweating.
Sweating.
And when you said you heard double here a little bit ago, I was like, oh, shit. I was like, I messed something up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll figure it out. I was like pressing all these buttons, trying to figure it out before we went live. I was like, if anything, something's gonna happen.
That's right.
But also a quick shout out to our moderator, Jeff Mitchell, in the YouTube chat. I don't know if Daniel's over here on the Q's 1s and 2s at Facebook Live. So make sure you leave those comments and questions for Cameron as we get moving along. So
Yes.
For sure.
we do have some really awesome questions. If Jordan's actually in here, Jordan Castillo, then I think she should actually ask them. But if she's not in here and she can't do it, then I will ask her because she submitted it to me for the last episode that we were supposed to record. So I'll be ready for those.
Okay. Hopefully you have them, and hopefully she's in here, because I know she asked me for an interview before my mental health situation went down, and I was like, I don't know if I want to talk about it just yet. We'll figure it out if we're going to talk about it. So if she's in here or we can get that figured out, that'd be awesome.
I know right now she's taking a hiatus from being able to podcast, but she's working on that. But she would absolutely love to have you on sometime to talk about all your stuff on her podcast as well.
Yeah, I'm absolutely here for it. You guys know me. Like, I'm an open book now since taking that break. Like, I'm so here for it.
For
sure. Why don't we get started? I mean, this is a little bit different for us, so our flow's a little bit off.
Yeah.
So normally we have like a today in wrestling history. We have a few things that we highlight about HCW. Why don't we start off with you? I mean, that's really what we're here for. Why don't you kind of give us a rundown of how you got started in wrestling and kind of like where you're at today?
Yeah, so it's honestly it's a semi-crazy story, because I feel like every indie wrestler is like, oh, I had a family member that would watch wrestling, or we would play video games and do this and that and got into wrestling. But for me, my cousin was I'm talking about like action figures, video games, anything that he possibly could have. He was a huge wrestling fan. And I think at the time we were playing like Pokemon Stadium, we were playing Tekken. I was just like always around my cousin. And he was like, you want to play this wrestling game with me? And back then, that's like, I think it was Raw versus SmackDown 2005, like where they had the bra and panty matches, stuff like that. So I started watching and I fell in love with Jeff Hardy. I just thought he was like the best, coolest freaking person, like face paint, arm sleeves, like the whole nine. And when I fell in love with him and watching, he started to tell me that this was like an actual real thing, and I didn't believe him. Then we started watching Raw and SmackDown. We would buy pay-per-views, like blow up my mom's bill. FYI.
Hey, good looking out, Mom.
I know. She'd be like, why is it $300 worth of WrestleMania? And I was like, But we had that and stuff like that. And then, to be honest, I just found a wrestling school. I moved back from Chicago to Kansas City, found a wrestling training school, did that for 3 years. COVID hit, got super lucky. Like, found you guys. I found the WOW. Like, I just found like the best promotions to elevate me to the next level. And with that, got signed to NXT. Did that for 3 years. You know, tore my ACL, mental health issues, kind of just a lot was going on. Contract wasn't re-signed. We really just kind of like, I don't want to like, I wasn't released, but it was like my contract was up in a week, and then there wasn't really much they had for me, so we kind of just parted ways. And then came back, got welcomed back with open arms from you guys. Literally, like, you guys were like, whenever you're ready,
always,
like, just let me know. Yeah, so I couldn't be more thankful for that. And then got signed to WOW Women's of Wrestling, I think last year in September to November, something around that. And yeah, just been thriving.
How's WOW going?
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Yeah,
it's
good.
So much fun. It's so fun because it's like, it's with there being a lot of females in one area, there's no drama. Like, there's like the typical like wrestler, like, you did this, you didn't do this, you weren't here for me here. But like, overall, they treat you like such a star. Like, it's beyond. I love it.
That's fantastic. That's awesome. Yeah. And it's awesome for another platform for the female wrestlers out there that are busting their tails and beating their bodies up just as much as the male performers are. So great company to watch and go follow. That's WOW Women of Wrestling. So watch the Sunflower Champion, Cameron Bernay, over there. Do you work under Cameron there? What's your name over at WOW?
No, so I work under Ashley Blaze.
Gotcha.
So it's funny because it was supposed to be like a fireman gimmick initially when they brought the name up with like the background was like flames from the bottom, and I didn't notice it until my match aired. But I ended up being the varsity star because of how athletic I was and how fast I could move around for how tall I was. So I'm Ashley Blaze there, and like, I'm telling you, a main event match for people who don't watch WoW is like less than 10 minutes, maybe 10
Wow.
minutes max. So we're putting all these like good moves, matches, storytelling within 10 minutes. And I think that's why it's so exciting.
So it's go, go, go.
100%, but it still has the same storylines. It still has the same like investment as, NXT, WWE, AEW, like every single wrestling platform. It has the same type of storylines.
Nice. And where can they go watch WoW at?
With my brain history.
do me a favor. Find out where they can go watch and send it to Bobby's, and Bobby will go link it.
Yeah, I can link it to the video.
I think it's Axe TV, or it was AXS TV, or like
Gotcha.
you can do like Apple, and there's a lot. It's like more streaming platforms than it is just like on cable.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, but I know it's aired at like 10:30, 11:30 at night. So you have to be up for you to see it.
Cool.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your NXT and WWE stuff for a little bit. So you went to the Performance Center. You got to work with a lot of the greats down there, learn underneath the tutelage of the best in the business, and you did 3 years down there. That's great. Not a lot of people get the opportunity like that. So I was very proud of you. I think I've told you that many times. But let's talk about some stuff you did down there. Some good stuff. Let's talk about that a little bit.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's put it all out there, guys. Yeah, absolutely. What do you guys want to know? Now in my life, I'm very open about everything, kind of what went down, what happened, like. So I'm
more interested in like, who you got to train with, like really kind of learn under and get close with, maybe some people that you're still close with that are still there. And then let's talk about some of your injuries and how you've been able to work through and, the battles you've gone through to get back to where you're at today.
Yeah. So we'll start with just like the coaches. So I fully remember my first coach that I got there was Chris Guy. That was my first coach. That was like Indy Hartwell, Cora Jade. We had Matt Bloom. So Matt Bloom coached us for maybe like 2-3 weeks. And I think it's because we were in that like weird transition period between classes. And they were also making like the Performance Center, the actual ring base instead of being at Full Sail.
Okay.
So it was a very like transformative like era that I came into, if that makes any sense. So I had him for a little bit, then we had Chris Guy, and then Brian Kendrick was one of my coaches. And
Nice.
Brian Kendrick to me was just like, his thought process with creativity is so interesting because he took us aside and he said, all right, explain your gimmick to me. And we were like, what do you mean? He's like, explain your character. What is your character? And all of us, like, because we all came from the indies, we were all like, rock and roller, athletic. We were this. Brian's like, okay, so let me give you an example. My example is if you saw me inside the street, I would have 5 cents in my pocket, a bag of cigarettes, and I would maybe or maybe not know how to get home. I was like, that makes so much sense of like how you portray yourself in the wrestling world. And that's something that I learned when coming back to the indies, is not just being like, oh, I'm athletic, of like, what do I bring to the table? I've had, Johnny Moss as a coach. I've had Sarah Amato as a coach for a little bit. She had all the TV girls. So when you were like on TV, so like the Roxanne's, Tiffany's, Kalani Jordans, Lash Legends, all of the girls right now, they're in Sarah's class. I had Norman Smiley for a little bit. Brookside was really cool. I'm trying to think who else. I never had Fit Finlay, but I surprisingly got very close to Fit. It was like like the way I talk to you guys is the same way I talk to Fit. Like I remember, like as I like walked into the building, Fit would like be in between rings. I was like, Fit. He looked at me and I go, he's like, don't shoot me. And I'm like, I'll get ya.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I got really close with Fit. I got really close with Terry Taylor after my surgery.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's a I don't want to say he's a hard one to like not to get along with is not the word, but it's like he has that personality and persona of like, do not make him mad. Like he's so good. He's so like ABC. And then once you get past like that little curtain, he's like the funniest guy. He's so sweet. Like it's amazing.
So it's like Billy, like he's a softie once you actually get to know him. And
First, maybe more like you. Billy was always a softie with
more
me.
like me. What'd I do?
Yeah, I didn't talk to you for like 3 months. I feel like it was always just like, "What's your name? Where are you from? Okay, cool."
Well, no, I was like, I mean, I don't know how to like other than say, "Hey, I'm Bobby. What do you want me to say?"
So,
yeah,
Cameron,
I mean,
do you know that Bobby had no clue? Like he did some backyard stuff way back with me, like way back. But
I was like 8.
other than that, yeah, he was
10.
super young.
I was like barely walking.
But other than that, he didn't know like anything about professional wrestling. And one day I'm just like, "Hey, bro, I need an announcer. Would you come give it a try?" And he's been killing it since. So like he's still super like naive to the business itself. Sometimes it's very, very funny.
Dude, well,
Sometimes I wish I was the same way. I'm for it though. I'm so for it. Like the vibe you bring every time I go into the show or into the building, it's amazing. You're just like that's you're like,
I mean, I'm really just there at that point. Like, I mean, other than like I have a job to do, but like I think my biggest job is to help you guys go over by like calling your name, like to get the crowd. I've told Billy this. I'm an MC. I'm not a ring announcer. I'm an MC. So like my job is
You're
to
like-
pump people up without the music.
You do great at it. So like, don't let anyone say any different. You're amazing at
Nobody's
it.
told me
Except for my
anything
last
otherwise.
match, you didn't.
Hey, that's whose fault is that though?
Ooh.
I'm just saying.
Mindy Grace.
I mean,
Or is it?
how
just
hard
Mindy?
did she hit you?
Like to the point where I could barely drive home.
Good Lord. Did you hit her that
Yeah.
hard back?
Well, I did my best, but also like I barely knew where I was half the match.
You still
Like,
won.
I mean, I was like doing the best I can, but I remember like hearing the noises, and then all of a sudden I was outside. And I'm like, like, how did this happen?
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, so just FYI, you guys, I'm looking for that rematch. Maybe not for my championship because I've already beaten her, but I'm looking for that rematch.
Well, is there anybody that you've worked with that, like, I mean, you talked about how you were at home watching it on TV and all that stuff. Was there ever like a time where like you came across somebody, you're like, oh my God, I used to watch that man or that woman on TV, and you're like, I really would really like to go talk to him, but like you didn't do it.
Oh, that I didn't go do?
Either one, either you did or you didn't. Like you were just like, I mean, I don't know if I could like swallow the pride and just say, "What's up, Rock?"
Here's what he's trying to ask. Is there anybody that inside you marked out for and you either went and talked to them or couldn't go talk to them?
Okay. I'd say 3 people. One person I kind of like we had to talk to because he was doing like a Q&A, and that was John Cena. Because it was like that thing of like, I feel like John Cena is easy to talk to because he's everywhere, so people talk to him all the time. But it's like you're John Cena. Like, do you know what you've done? So it's like, I kind of have a question. Maybe not. If you don't pick on me, that's completely fine. I'm a nobody. Don't worry about it. Like, so definitely John was one.
He sort of gives a
feel-
welcoming vibe in my eyes. Like he looks like he might be a little more welcoming than, say, I don't know, The Rock or somebody like that.
Yeah, so actually The Rock is very, very like, I guess the person you would think of would be like Randy. Randy's not a person, like he's super sweet. Like I've never had a bad like situation. We talked about St. Louis and everything, but he's that person like that you look at him and you're like, okay, maybe I'll like cross paths with you or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? So it's really weird where it's like, do I walk in your way? Do I walk around you? Do I say, excuse me? So Randy's more of that vibe. I feel like my most nervous person was Bianca because that was the day that she came in. It was her, Rhea, and Raquel, and they came in because they were all champions at the time on the main roster. And I went to the back, and I remember saying something. And as I was talking, I don't remember what I was saying, but I remember talking in circles.
Oh,
Like I was like, I'm a big fan of you. I love you. You're so great. I'm a big fan of you. I love you. You're so great. And I was just like, oh, God. Oh, she, and the way I could tell is because as I was talking, she was like,
What do I do with this?
oh, like
Oh no.
yeah. And
Did
then
Billy have a question over there on Facebook?
Yeah, so we got
Hey.
just a couple people. So Kimberly Gitchell, hey, miss you too. Get to one of the shows. Let's see each other. Thomas Bowen, my cousin, says what's up, and so does James Thomas.
hi, what's up? Hello. Questions.
Questions.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right,
Well, I do have one more thing I need to tell you guys though. 'Cause
Oh,
it's about
yeah.
Kaylee.
Sorry to
Okay,
interrupt.
cool.
No. It's great. But you guys know that Kaylee Ray, Alba Fire, is
Yeah.
like one of my best friends. I love her to death.
Right.
And she was that person. I watched her on TV and I was like, I would never want to meet her in person. Like anyone seen her matches, like she just looks scary, right? Like she looks intimidating, scary. And I met Piper Niven first and we like had a drink together and we were like, I was like, oh, I drink my drink faster than you. She's like, you would love my best friend Kaylee. Because she said like Kaylee, didn't think anything about it. And then she's like, oh yeah, Kaylee Ray. I was like, oh. And I heard so much about her that when she got into the PC, I went up and hugged her. And I said, oh my God, I'm so happy to meet you. Finally, it's about time. And she looked at me and I was like, by the way, my name is Camron. I know your friend Piper. And then I saw her wrestle live and I was like, I don't know if I want to be her friend. She scares me. And to this day, she still scares me, but she's such a sweetheart.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So we
that's-
did have a Facebook question. Thomas Bowen asked, "What's your favorite HCW performer beside yourself?" I added the beside yourself.
See, that's not fair. Because
Yeah, it is
also,
because-
that wasn't the question.
Any performer would say themselves, in my opinion. So I have to say beside yourself.
That's true. So to be honest, because I'm very biased to my besties, my favorite performer is Calvin. Like that's my ride or die. Like that's my guy. He's so talented. I love him. But I love watching him wrestle. Like the fact that we got to tag that one day was so much fun. But he's great. Like the way his dynamic, the way he moves, like he's so talented, but he's so humble about it too. I absolutely love him.
You know, Calvin's been. I was just kind of talking to him. Calvin's one of those guys where he always shows up. He's always a hard worker. Calvin's always been one of those, if you stick him versus very talented people, he brings his level up to that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you stick him with someone that's a little more down low, he kind of brings his level to that too. So I'd like him to kind of break that threshold. But he's so much talent, so much charisma when he lets it just flow out. I love the kid.
Yeah.
I really like him and Tobias Storm as a tag team. So
Yeah,
I'm
the
looking
double
at.
stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at trying to bring them two in a little more.
That's good. Yeah, I tell him the same thing. I'm like, I love that you bring yourself to like a level that the like greener people can work, but also you need to challenge them and like lower your level a little bit, but make them bring up, like meet in the middle,
Make
you know?
them come to you. Yeah, he
Yeah.
needs to do that because it would help a lot, and especially with HCW where I unfortunately hasn't really given him a deep storyline to fucking sink his teeth into. And I need to work on finding. I told him that I needed to work on finding a good story for him to sink his teeth into and really get involved with.
Yeah.
Hey, we do have another Facebook comment. So Joseph Ball asked, "Who would you say are some of the most underrated performers you've gotten to work with?"
Ooh. Okay, that's I'd say underrated. I guess they're not like as underrated now as they were when I worked them. Because I would say like the NXT, it was like more NXT people. I definitely, to start off with not NXT people, I would say Mindy and Stormy are definitely two people that I'm like, they're very underrated for how talented they are, and like the levels they can push through the ceilings for. For NXT as the people that I know of, I would say like Ruckus at the time, Tiffany Stratton, because I worked with both of them. I worked Lash's first match, so Lash Legend, absolutely. I'm trying to think Who else? See, there's a girl named Sierra. On the Indies, but I haven't worked with her in a while, so I would say Sierra, and then I would say Amelia. I think I just wrestled her in WOW.
Mm.
So Amelia or Amia. I'm so sorry I'm butchering her name right now, but that match with her was good. I think she's very underrated as well.
Um, I've told Mindy this a few times that she just needs to get out more. She's got to travel. The good thing that Sid is Sid's out there a lot. So she's out traveling and getting some more experience. Unfortunately, I don't know how long we'll have Mindy Grace. Mindy Lou Grace. Just because she's really about getting that family started. So, you know, her wedding's coming up with Chance. So we're really excited. But let's see. Jordan finally made a question.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she wants me to ask the questions.
Okay, so she wants you to ask.
I have them, Jordan, so don't worry. I
Fantastic.
got them in my phone and already pulled up just in case. So I got you, girl.
All right, so Bobby's going to shoot some questions at you, Cam.
Well, let's.
Love
Did
it.
you want to finish your comment about Mindy? I mean, you said that she wants to start the family and stuff like that.
Yeah, so, you know, but I feel the same way. Like, after watching you and her, honestly, after turning her heel, I think she's really kind of come into a zone that is better than what she was doing. She was struggling on finding her identity as Mindy Grace, and then now it's like we've brought that out of her. So I'm super excited where the storyline and her persona goes as she develops it.
And I think it's always the nicest people that are like the best heels. And it's like it's either I learned that where it's like you either are yourself times 1,000 or you're really good at being the complete opposite of yourself. And I feel like Mindy is that person that she's so good being the complete opposite of herself.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
did not recognize her. It was weird.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, and it's like the Blade character. Like, everybody looks at me. I'm pretty caring. I'm forgiving. I'm understanding. But I put that mask on and it's a different monster. And it really is a different monster. Like, you put the mask on and then I don't care no more. Like, at that point, you're in the ring with Blade, not Billy.
Right. And I love that. And it's easier for some people to be the complete opposite. Like for me, I feel like I'm both. So like in and out of the ring, I'm a heel and I'm a baby face. So it kind of just depends on like the vibe that we're in. But I think since the mental health, it's just been nothing but like baby, 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 baby. And I'm okay with that because I feel like that helps me with other people. But man, when I heel turn, y'all, it's gonna be crazy. Crazy.
Listen. That ain't gonna be for a while. You might as well just get used to being that baby face for me.
Listen, and I had to. Okay, as long as I keep my championship, I'm good. The moment I lose that title,
I got you. You got some
heel.
people coming down the pipipeline. Listen,
Heel.
I got this young lady named C-Rex coming in for August that you got to deal with. She's a beast. And then at the Kansas State Fair, you got to deal with Abaddon and Heidi Howitzer.
yeah. See, that's the scary one. That's the one that gets me. Not like I'm not saying that the one on the 9th or the 16th is not a threat. I just don't know who she is. But me and Abaddon have cross paths before. We both went on to experience our TV life. Never got in the ring with her, ever. I am terrified. Terrified.
I'm
I hope she doesn't
excited.
spit any mist in my face.
I mean, you might get the green spit all in your face, all up in here. Yeah, just like that, all everywhere.
We'll see. We'll see. Oh my gosh, you guys.
Can you
are
imagine driving
hilarious.
home covered in green mist?
It's like, man, I really wish I was hurting from Mindy right now.
Oh, there was one time when I met her, she was like, it looks like I went off and had an affair with a Smurf because she had like the blue mist at the top and it was all over her face. Oh my god, it was so funny. And that was the day that I was like, I don't know if I want to wrestle you. I love you.
She's
I think.
fantastic. You know, kind of like you, I used to book her way before she went off to do big things. So as soon as I messaged her and asked, she was down. She immediately was like, yep, what do you need? So
Yep.
kind of like you were when I messaged you and said, hey, kid, like, when you coming back?
Yep.
So,
And I was like, let me get this mental health together. Once I
Yep.
got that, I'm here for it, full in.
for sure.
Well, speaking of your mental health, I think that's a good question to start with that Jordan submitted. First, she wants you to know that she really loves you. All right. That's the first thing she wants you to know. All right.
Love. Thank you. I love her too. She's so sweet.
Very.
Awesome. Oh, and I guess last Justice for All was your 1 year anniversary from you taking mental health, like a step back from mental health reasons. Is that right? I don't know if that's. I thought it was Block Party, but I could be mistaken. But at last year's Justice for All, you mentioned stepping away to focus on your mental health. What have you learned about yourself during that time, and how has the break helped you show up show up stronger today?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Was it really a year?
I think so.
She knows
That's
you. She knows you better than you know you.
crazy. Obviously. 'Cause I was like, is it? I was like, was it a year? That's crazy. No. So, one, Jordan, awesome that you know that. I'm glad that you've now given me information on myself. Like
That was her.
another thing
That was
written
her
in my book.
second show, I think.
Oh my gosh, that's insane. And that was a show to go out on a bang with. So wow, Jordan. Okay, I apologize for like coming in that hard. But as far as like taking my mental health break, I think it's just I have been so wrestling focused and just like not really putting myself first with people. And I don't want to say like letting people take advantage of me in a sense, but it was very much like I was always on the back burner and I was telling myself to be okay with it. And it got to the point like, I got a really bad concussion in NXT and I was in therapy every day. Then it went to every other day, then once a week, every other week, once a month. And me going to the mental hospital, I realized that I didn't want to end my life. I just needed that scare to be like, we got to keep pushing and keep going. And I didn't want to talk about it way back when Jordan was like, I'm going to have an interview because I wasn't comfortable enough, but I also didn't know who I was fully to speak out on it to help anybody. Because it was always that, like, if someone's dealing with mental health, talk to them, make sure that they're okay. And I feel like that's very invalid coming from a person that has mental health. It's not about telling someone, like, hey, I'm here for you. Because, being that deep into it, if you were here for me, you would have already known. You would have heard my warning signs. You would have talked to me. And it's not even let's talk about it. It's, hey, let's get you out of the house. Hey, let's go for a walk. What's your favorite music? Let's get you some food, like keeping their mind busy. And I think once leaving wrestling, I got out of the spotlight because everything I did in NXT, it was a headline. Whether it was good or bad, it was something. And once leaving that and then going to Stardom and doing this and doing that, I didn't know where I wanted to be as far as like working, career, me as a person. Do I want to be alive? Do I not want to be alive? Do I want to have friends? Do I want to talk to people? It was just, I was so numb to the world. And I feel like when that happened, I was like, I have to take a break and I have to go away. But doing that for me helped a lot because it was like me and only me, if that makes sense. Like there was no one around me telling me what to do. There's no one around me to say like I sucked, I was good. I had to rely on myself to motivate myself. I had to rely on me to be depressed or to be happy and understand how to fix it without medication. So once I came to like that conclusion with myself of like, okay, I can do this and life is hard, life sucks, but I'm not the only one that goes through that. We all go through it. Yeah, is it harder for me like personally because I'm diagnosed with deep depression? Yes, but what are my coping mechanisms? And once I found those coping mechanisms, this was just so much easier for me. And then that one day, I think it was the day I called Billy. I was on a walk and I was like, I can't do this anymore. And he was so supportive. He was like, whatever you need, kid, like, I'm here. We love you. They'll be here for you. Like, you always have your spot. And that was something that I needed to hear before leaving. And then once I got that motion of like, okay, I'm back. I'm ready. I feel good. It's me versus me. I came back and I was shooting to the stars. Like, I was like, no holding back. Here we are.
For sure. And then, and you went out and did what you said you were going to do is retain that or capture that Sunflower Championship, which, as long as we've worked together, that's the first title that you've ever held for me. So I'm super proud of you. I'm super glad that you're my HCW Sunflower champion. It makes me happy. You bust your tail for me, and you always have. So great question, Jordan. Great question.
Yeah, and just a correction. It was an announcement you made before the main event, or like one of the. It was actually your big match with Stormy, your feud match with Stormy before Block Party. So that was her first show. So her first show was your you have making that announcement about your mental health and all that stuff. So I mean, you made an impact on her. So,
Wow. Oh,
yeah.
wow. Yes. Yeah. Wow. For Jordan to support me like that, it means a lot, especially with her not really like I don't know if she's seen me prior. So with her not ever physically seeing me prior and then connecting with me so well with that, that's also something that why I told Billy that's why I still wanted to come because Billy and I did have a conversation about me just like cutting a promo or just like taking a break and saying I'm taking a break. But I was like, no, I really want to, come in and tell these fans that like why I'm leaving, not just to
Right.
disappear.
Yeah, and she was adamant about, hey, let me come, let me cut the promo because I don't want to walk away and them go, well, where's Cameron? I want them to know. And I think that helps a lot of people, especially mental health wise. Like it's a subject that it's more prevalent nowadays, but it's still brushed under the table. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
still pushed to the side.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife and youngest daughter and deal with mental health issues also. So when you come to me and you're like, "Hey, I need to step back. I need to do this," like I've told you forever that I feel like you're one of my kids, and I will always treat you that way. So,
Mm-hmm.
and then, like you said, you came back and your goals were right where they needed to be. Your smile was back, and you
Mm-hmm.
were there and ready to work. So, and it come to fruition with that Sunflower title.
Sure did. And I think it comes back to like also, dealing with people who have mental, it's not like, go get help. You can't tell someone with mental health to go get help. It doesn't work like that. That's what society wants people to think is like, tell this person that they can go get help. Tell them that it's going to be okay. Well, it's not that easy because yes, do we know something's not right? But also we don't want someone to say, hey, something's not right. And that's the hardest thing to come across. But once you kind of, it's one of those things of like, once you real like come to a conclusion of like, I don't want to be on this earth anymore, then it's like, it's left or right. Do you take that route and go, which some people have? And that is just when I don't ever want to call anybody weak, but that is where life has just hit them too hard and they just feel suffocated. Then you have other people who are like, I'm suffocated, but let me try one more thing. If this doesn't work, then that's the route. And we get lucky that, I'm very religious, but we get lucky that whatever spirit you feel above keeps you going, where they're like, your time here is not done. Maybe you're that advocate for somebody. And that's the route that I took of like, maybe I'm that advocate for somebody. Granted, I didn't have anyone like that I felt like, but it was like, okay, I'm stronger by coming out on this end. But then I realized I was stronger because I then had my ACL and lateral meniscus injury, like literally 2 days after that medically cleared for my mental health. So
Mm.
that was a blast, guys.
Fuck.
That was a blast.
So Jeff Mitchell says, could we see a tag match of Cameron and Calvin versus Only Friends?
Please. Well, technically, we already had that.
I think we have. Did they go under Only Friends way back then?
They started going
I
under
think they
OnlyFriends.
did.
They did before
I
you
think they
before you
did
take your
because
break.
no, it was yeah before I took my break.
Oh yeah, were they OnlyFriends before you took your break?
I think maybe they were just starting because I remember hearing OnlyFriends, but I don't think they went by OnlyFriends.
No,
I think they
because
were.
you and Stormy was right before you left.
Yeah,
So they
Yes.
weren't together like as official
her and
because
Calvin
she
wrestled
was
in
running
Leavenworth.
heel and didn't turn babyface till she joined Logan.
But so the match I had
Was she in
was when I
Leavenworth with
returned.
Calvin?
Stormy and Calvin were friends, and she was jealous that I came back.
Yep.
So she ended up wearing like the OnlyFriends gear underneath her gear
Right.
and turned on him. And that's when I came
I
back.
remember
Right,
that.
okay,
It was
good
supposed to
call.
be her and
Good
Calvin
call.
versus you.
See, you talk
and
about your
Logan.
memory.
Dang. You
Hey,
took one
look at
less
me
chair.
go.
Look at you.
Yes. One
Good
tally.
stuff. Tally. All right.
Jordan wants you to know that she is happy that you did not take that route and you were inspiring.
Oh, thank you, Jordan. I appreciate that because it is something that I feel like is hard. You know, like it's hard to come to conclusion with like I've done it. I was close. I'm not gonna do it because and once you think about it once, it's always in the back of your brain. But you have to realize like what my therapist said, and it's really short, is like know your signs of depression. So like for me, it's like, you know, going to Wendy's, eating junk food, and then sleeping on the floor. When I start sleeping on the floor every night, it's like I can feel myself like going
Slipping.
down that spiral. And then just, you know, getting yourself out of it, your coping mechanisms that you do, you know, music, walking, talking to people, screaming. You know, you could just sit in your room, just sit in your room and scream. Who's going to tell you to stop? I mean, okay, I'll still scream,
Let it out.
you know? Yeah, let it out. So, but I mean, I would always suggest having a therapist, you know, like for people who are dealing with any mental health issues, like whether you can afford it or not. And I got very blessed that my therapist, the first one I went to, I connected with her. Cause I know that's not what always happens, but she's always on call for me if I need her.
That's
But if
fantastic.
you just keep like, or also like, you know, have that one person, like I have that one person you can call no matter what and just vent to, you know? So that's a thing too. Just keep trying, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Just keep trying. Please keep trying.
For sure.
If you were meant to leave, you would have left the world already, is what I take life as.
That's facts.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
it's a good vision, good lookout.
Yeah.
So let's talk about future stuff. What do you got coming down the pipeline? What do you got going on? Anything real fun? And then it looks like we have a couple other comments also.
Okay. As far as what's coming up, I'm trying to think. I have WoW coming up in October to November, so that's gonna be fun. It's a month in LA. I have you lovely people, you know, defending my championship, which I'm not gonna lose anytime soon because I'm too good to do that. Thank you. I have a couple of World League Wrestling shows that are coming up as well. Against Skylar Sparks, I have really good chemistry with her, so those matches are always a fun time for me.
WLW is a
honestly-
good company too. Like so, yeah.
I like it because it's like it's right there. Like it sucks that you're so far. It's because it's like I have the St. Louis show and then I have my Kansas show, but like they're so good. Like those are my top two shows that I work. Like especially this year because like I don't know how long I'm gonna keep wrestling because I'm getting my degree to be a radiology tech.
Oh,
So I'm like,
fantastic.
yeah. So I'm back in school. I just finished my first psychology class, passed, and then I have a reading class for like another 2 weeks. So it's a 2-year program, which I'm probably going to start like in a year or so. So fingers crossed for that, but that's what I'm working on.
It's good money, kid, and like it's a good direction for you. But you can do both. You know, still
Yeah,
work
I
for me.
mean,
You know.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I can do both. I think it's one of those like, um, I don't want to say because I didn't lose the love for wrestling. I think like when I did, that's why I took my mental health break. It's just like one of those like been there, done that. So I only want to work bleh. I only want to work where it makes me happy,
Right.
which is like 3 promotions, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm happy. I love that. My fans are happy. The people I work for are happy, and I kind of just keep moving. So
Well, to feed off of that, I got a question for you. What's one thing that you think that the people like the WWE, Evolve, and NXT doesn't have that somebody like HCW or one of the other independent shows that has that kind of brings you in and that attracts you that you wish that the big stages had?
To be honest, it's support and honesty. It's very like they do have a support system. Like you find your people. Like anywhere you go, you find your people 100%. So to me, I'm a very huge like my people are my people. Like I don't do negative energy. I don't do fakeness. I don't any of that. And it's very hard to be yourself in NXT because it's like, you're not doing this right. You're not doing this right. Okay, well, I'm going to do this because you told me to do this. Okay, but that's still not right. But I want you to do what you used to do because that worked. And it's a clusterfuck of a brain there where it's like, don't do this, but do this, but do it this way, but then don't do it this way, but go back to the way you did it the first time, but do it different.
Oh shit.
Okay, right? But like, and it also, and I would never bash NXT. Like I had a great time. I loved it. It's just no matter where you go, everyone has a different experience. Like
Right.
for example, Lash Legend has a different experience. So Ruckus, different experience than I do. And I had a great time while I was there. It's just when I started to really focus in on mental, I just knew like when I got there, I think I would have thrived now with my mental and how I move and how I think and react. I would thrive better now. I was very young and immature-esque, like drama, yelling, like, not saying not taking advice, but like if someone did me dirty, I did you dirty.
Gotcha.
And that's very NXT because it's just a lot of kids. It's very we call it high school with college hormones. That's kind of what it is.
So
So for
you're
me, HCW is better in that aspect of like coming out like, oh, did I do something wrong? Yes, fix this, 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 and this. Not like you did something like you're doing great. And it's like, well, if I'm doing great, why am I not on TV? Why am I like there's something I'm missing. Tell me what I'm missing.
and I think that's just growth and maturity on your end where and sometimes like you look at some of the greats, they've left WWE, went and did other things, and then come back and look how big they are now. So, you never close that door, and I know you never don't. Like you've always talked good about your experiences and stuff like that. And so, but yeah, I think you're right. Your growth now, like I see you getting with the girls or guys in the locker room and going, "Hey, I was watching that match, and if you did this, this, and this," and that's just a testament to who you are as a person, where you're now in that position where you can help some of the younger generation, and you're still young yourself. So, but in coming up when pulling people up with you is such a good thing and good quality that you have that you know how I feel about you and how I like you in my locker room. So
Yeah. And I'm very thankful. Like I never want to take back my life experiences because they always say like never regret anything in life because it's like some point it was what you wanted. And if I switched it, would I have went to NXT? Maybe not. But do I wish that I was there now with my mindset? Absolutely, because I feel like I would have gotten so much farther. But also because of me being in NXT, I am the person I am now. So like WoW has this version of me. That's why there's no drama, there's no talking. Like I don't tolerate, back and forth talking. If you want to talk to me like an adult, let's talk, and that's just like you said, like it was me just being young and immature. And I'm so happy that I was able to grow through that in a high scheme where it kind of gave me a reality check harder, which is I think is what I personally needed was a slap in the face to say like stop messing around instead of like how some kids would maybe just be like life sucks, but you'll get at that age. I didn't have time to be that age. It was like I'm in the public eye, like you have to get your shit together, and that's kind of
right.
I don't regret it.
And it's a good thing. Learning experiences always is a good thing. So we got a couple of things. Sean Harkus, what's up, buddy? He asked, could we ever get Logan Knight versus Tommy Dean? Listen, Tommy Dean's a great worker down in Oklahoma. I've seen him work multiple times. He stays pretty busy. I keep a pretty packed card, so we just haven't been able to work out details. But Tommy Dean is a great worker. So who knows, Sean? Keep an eye out on HCW. You never know.
Did you want to? I got one more. I mean, you pretty much answered one of the questions that she asked. You just asked. Only Friends just made history being the first intergender tag team to win a tag team title in Kansas. And her last question about wrestling was, who's somebody? And I think you sort of answered that with being Calvin, but I mean, I could be wrong. Who's somebody you'd want to step into the ring and make history with, kind of like that?
Oh, absolutely, my best friend Calvin, 100%. Like that would be so sick, especially if we could run that match back. Like I would love that. That'd be great. I mean, Billy, if you want to make some double champions.
Oh,
Whoa.
here we go.
A double
Just
title holder.
Hey, a double
Man.
crown holder. I could run it back with Sid. I would love that.
Man.
Whoa. Last time you wrestled Sid, though, there's this video streaming around that I still cannot find. It is the perfectly timed video of you getting hit with a volleyball. I am so sorry, but it was the funniest shit I have ever seen in my entire life. It was like perfectly. It was some America's Funniest Home Video stuff, and you have to agree with this.
So okay. So that video lives rent free in my head because there's so much that happened in that match that I was like, out of all things and all places, like this guy literally, like, if whoever hasn't seen it, this guy must have grabbed his phone because we were behind him, and he like turned like this, turned on his video, and then all of a sudden, like 3 seconds later, boom,
And
a
he just
ball
starts
gets
laughing.
smacked. Yes, they start laughing. Like, she hit me so hard, a chair flew out of my hands. Like, that's a beach ball. Hit me so hard in the face that a chair flew out of my hand. It's so embarrassing. But
It was-
yeah, that.
I'm sorry if it was embarrassing, but it was like
so
perfectly
good.
timed. Perfectly timed.
Yeah. So if anyone wants to find that, we should repost it in this. Like, if we save this video, we should use that as like a thumbnail or something. Because
Oh,
that's
wow.
yeah.
That's it,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
Did you have any more
Yeah.
Facebook questions? And we'll end it. We'll end the questions off with this real fun one for everybody that Jordan has.
I don't think so, any more Facebooks right now, so go ahead.
Well,
I'm
before we
offended, by the
actually,
way.
oh, go
Huh?
ahead.
I'm offended, by the way.
I'm
By
sorry.
what? By the
How dare how
by
dare
the
you
by the
bring
beach
that
ball busting you in the face. Listen,
nothing
that
else
should have
in
been a
match
TikTok
mattered.
meme forever.
Oh, I bet somebody's gonna make it. If not, I'll make it myself.
I'm
It's
fixing to do it
it's
myself.
So dumb.
I mean,
Oh.
I wasn't trying to bring up bad juju or anything like that, but it was just perfectly well timed. It was like
man.
one of the best. It was like a TikTok like gone viral, but without going viral.
It was so good. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It was good, especially when I saw it back because I like. It's weird. She hit me so hard I blacked out. Like, literally, I have no vision of that even happening. I just see
Because
it.
that
And
was
I'm
the
like,
last
yeah, that
woman
sounds about
standing
right.
match too. Man.
So we did get a question on Facebook, and they said, would you ever work a match versus Drake Gallows?
No. Oh no. Oh, please no.
Hey, that man, I've seen that man do some crazy ass shit.
That would be my retirement match, 100%. Like I can't. No, I'm legitimately terrified. Like, if you, Billy, were ever like you versus Drake, I'd be like, I gotta drive back to St. Louis. Like, I gotta go. So, like,
Hey, that Drake. I love working Drake Gallows. Like
I
would
love watching him.
I would get in the ring with that man all the time.
Can't relate. Me personally, I love Drake. Great person, sweetheart, like very knowledgeable, everything. Me, Drake, me and you, I will 100% be in the ring with you on the outside. I will be on the outside. I will tag Calvin in. You guys flip-flop around, tag your partner. I got you. Other than that, no, sir. I will be watching behind the audio booth, supporting. No.
That's awesome. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Well, before I actually ask this last question, and before you move on, because we know you have some place to be. What is one tip that you would give somebody who's coming up in HCW or any independent to be where you are? Like, whether that be not take the mental health thing out of it, to where you have been, and I guess to continue moving forward.
The one thing that I would say that's actually really good because it's hard to think of something that's not very like typical, like a typical answer. Like, keep trying, but I feel like it is that don't take no for an answer, because in wrestling, no hardly, and I mean hardly, means no. It always just means not right now, because it's right place, right time, knowing the right people. And I would say take all of the time in training to learn your fundamentals. Like, you don't need to learn high flying stuff, really fast stuff. Make what you know count and perfect that. Make it look good, make it sound good, perfect where you're hitting it and things like that. And then everything will come to you. And then I guess for words, I'm very word driven, because like talking negatively brings like negative energy. So before I went to NXT, it was not if I make it to NXT, it was when. And
Nice.
I think with me saying like when I get to NXT, you know, when I get to the Royal Rumble, when I get to WoW, and that's where it brought that positive energy to me and those opportunities. But always, always, one, know your worth. Like that comes from mental health, but like know your worth and don't take no for an answer. Just keep trying.
Well, I mean, that's well
Love
put. It
it.
wasn't cliche at all. At all. I promise.
Love it.
Okay, because there's
Very
like no other
unique.
cliches where it's like keep trying and don't give up. And
Listen, but that's how it goes. Like really, like at the end of the day, in this crazy ass world that we live in, where who knows what the next day is gonna bring. It's one foot in front of the other. It's one step at a time, and it's living the moment because you never know when that moment's gonna go away.
true.
And if you know anything about me, I love life. I love my family. I love professional wrestling. And I feel that the people that work for me are family.
Hmm.
And, we do whatever we can to make that family succeed.
Yeah. And the one thing that I've learned too, which is really crazy, I don't know how you guys feel, but like when I got up to like more higher promotions, like TV wise, people say cliche, not for the way of like words that have been said, but it's because it's so true that everyone says it. Like saying don't give up, it's because everyone that made it never gave up. So
Right.
it's cliche for a reason.
Right.
So we just have to come to that conclusion of like not saying, oh, it's cliche, to be like, it's cliche because everyone's done it this way, you know?
Well, like
Because it
you saying
succeeds.
take no for an answer wasn't cliche at all. Like you don't hear that very often. It's usually keep trying or message these people, continue to message these people, or keep working hard. But no, you said take no for an answer, and that's pretty persevering, really, if you really think about it.
Well, and if you think like I get probably 5 to 10 messages every day asking to work for HCW.
Hey, first of all, round of applause for that. You guys are so good at your doing that.
And there's a lot of times where I have to tell them, hey, look, I book super far in advance. So we're in July, and I have through at minimum October kind of lined out, almost all the way through April lined out. So trying to get in with me, you've got to I've got to have a vision for you. So I love getting the messages. But I tell people like I stay pretty booked up, stay in contact with me. I forget a lot. So just message me and say, hey, Billy, and show up. If I run a seminar, like, listen, I got Bob Evans and Kevin Kelly coming in to do a dual seminar in October. And if you want an opportunity to work for me, show up to those. Show me what you can do in person. Those are the things that I like. And Cameron, you came from KCXW at the very beginning. A lot of those kids and stuff come down and they'll just show up. They'll message me and say, hey, Billy, I want to come down. I want to help out and be involved. And then they just don't go away. So a lot of them end up getting booked because, well, shit, they just wouldn't go away. So,
Yeah.
and it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing, but.
Hmm. And I think it's crazy too, because it's one of those where it says never, like, don't take no for an answer, because if you message a promoter for say, right? Like if I message you, okay, think about 6 other people messaging you the same time or the same day. Then it's also like, they may only message you once. Watch me message you in 2 weeks, and then, God forbid somebody gets hurt. Then it's like, okay, can you work this match? Perfect, I'll put you there. And I think that's something that, like, again, when I was newer, I didn't think about it. It was like, oh no, okay, I'll just wait 2 months and I'll respond back. It's like, no, blow their phone up, blow their emails up, because then they know that, like, hey, you really want this, or they'll be annoyed, and if they're annoyed, they really didn't want you in the first place.
Right.
And that's kind of like how I take it. So
And
like,
I've told everybody message him at least every 12 hours.
He's talking about my memory, but fuck him.
I was like, I am mean.
Well, first, shout out to my dad. He's on here. He always shows support to Bumping Chops and the Chubby Buddies. So he says Simmons is the man.
Appreciate you, Terry.
So shout out, Dad. Also, to lead us to send us off, Billy and I will answer this question, and then you'll finish it off with your question. And before you go, stick around. We'll kind of chat afterwards, but we'll end the stream. So to end it off, Billy, what is your weird food combination you stand by?
Ooh.
I got mine. Do you want to go
brother,
first?
My brother's laughing like he knows what I'm gonna answer. But I'm trying to figure out what that is. Go ahead.
It's
Bobby.
like ketchup on spaghetti or something weird like that.
We can't be doing all that.
My food combination that I stand by is it's a fast food combination that's only McDonald's fries and mayonnaise. Only McDonald's fries and mayo. But that's the only thing I like. Any other fries I'm not a fan of. With mayo.
Really?
With mayo.
Oh.
With mayo.
Okay.
I don't know about that. Daniel's probably talking about so when I was younger, moon pies with butter on the top of them, and you stick them motherfuckers in the microwave for like 30 seconds.
Oh,
it melts the butter on top of the
pie.
moon pie, bro, and the moon pie expands, and it's so good. So that's probably what his ass is laughing about.
Not the moon pie.
Bro, it's got to be the moon pie.
Moon pie is, I think they're gross.
Listen, I make a damn good fucking ramen noodle fucking mixture. Also.
Gumbo?
yeah.
Prison gumbo?
I can make a gumbo, bro. I throw down. I worked at the prison way too
That's
damn
one we
long.
can agree on. Like a prison gumbo is
Listen, we can do that shit.
Yeah. Boom.
But yeah, Daniel's gonna say that's probably my weird combo. It's moon pies in the microwave with a little butter on the top level.
Oh.
Ooh, Terry Casey says pancakes and peanut butter.
Oh, that's not a weird food combination.
That's not weird.
That's a good.
That's more
combination.
normal.
All right, Cam, your turn.
You got to finish it off. Finish off strong.
Finish strong, kiddo.
I can't. Like I should have went first because you guys are way crazy. Like mine's like.
Is there a staple in your
Okay.
house that you live by?
No, like I mean, I eat beanie weenies. Dude, so
Oh.
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with them. Listen, when we were young,
Like,
that's what you had to eat.
at 28, I will make like beanie weenies like all the time. Like that's like my go-to meal. I love them. Like I thrive on those. But then I'm like, okay, I eat like flaming hot Funyuns and ice cream. Like not like I don't mix them together, but I'll
So
eat,
like together, like
three-
that's yeah.
like 3 Funyuns, ice cream.
Gotcha.
Like, yeah,
Something
so I
sweet
do
and something
that.
savory.
Something just to cool off or what?
No, I just
It's a
'cause I
good
like
mixture.
both.
So what's your thing? Like the Kansas thing is chili and cinnamon rolls.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing. I mean, I'm not from Kansas,
Really?
so like.
But
Really, the
Missouri,
Kansas-
Missouri
like,
was also that same way.
It was when anytime you have chili, you have cinnamon roll with it.
Says who? Because I never grew
Bro,
up that
even
way.
in school,
School lunches with cinnamon roll day came with chili.
Cam.
No, I never had that. I
It's like
swear,
a
I never had
Frosty
that.
and a Wendy's fry. That's what the chili and cinnamon roll is in Kansas. I swear to God.
Okay, so can we have this chili day next show? Because I didn't know that this was a thing.
I mean,
So we need to
I'm a
have
winter
chili.
guy.
I
I'm a
mean, I
winter-
can make some chili. Let's wait until it's a little cooler.
Yeah, chili's
it's too
a
fucking
seasonal
hot for
thing.
chili right now.
And I'm a large
But-
man.
Okay, first of all, I eat chili any time of the year, so I don't
You
I don't
crazy
care.
as hell. Crazy.
I'm trying to think. I don't have anything weird. Like, I mean, I do like spicy nuggets and honey, but that's not weird. Like,
Wendy's
okay,
spicy nuggets are fire.
but I do this. So I do have to go. Okay, so I go to Wendy's and I get spicy nuggets. Then I will drive to McDonald's and get their
Fries.
honey and their French fries.
Yep.
And I'll go to Sonic and get a cherry limeade. Like that's my route. I have like a route.
I used to have it. It was called
You have all the
Try It
apps?
Tuesdays. You try 3 different things. So you got a main course, a side, and then the drink from somewhere else. I did it. Try It Tuesdays. McDonald's has the best barbecue sauce and hot mustard for the Wendy's nuggets.
Okay, I have to try that because I did the like honey from them, and it just it's so good.
Agreed.
Interesting.
Hmm
So
I mean, I did a pickle, like a pickle burrito yesterday at work.
how was that? And
It's so
explain what
good.
was on it.
A pickle and
So
tortilla.
so I had like pickle chips, and they gave like I asked for a couple of pickle chips, and they gave me like a crap ton. So I
Okay.
was like, okay, what do I do with these? And then they found some chicken that they weren't using, so I stuck the chicken on the pickles, and then I I put barbecue sauce on the chicken, and I put lettuce on it, and then I put some like little diced red onions, and then I rolled it up and I ate it.
See, that's not bad. Listen to this. Jeff's dad used to put wheat bread mixed with milk out of a glass. So I've seen white bread. Somebody put white bread in a glass of milk and eat it with a spoon, and that's gross.
Terry
No,
Casey.
that's weird.
Yeah, Terry Casey says chili without cinnamon rolls is a felony. All right, so
Well,
my
I'm a
cousin,
walking felony.
my cousin Tom says that he's gonna cook chili. I don't know. He's gonna have to let me taste his chili before I agree for it to come to my show. But he's gonna cook the chili, and I'll have someone do cinnamon rolls. So we'll see what we can do about lining that up.
If you want to try it before, I would suggest getting Wendy's chili and a good cinnamon roll.
Nah, don't do that.
I like Wendy's chili. Wendy's chili is good.
You know who has really good chili? Texas Roadhouse. Texas Roadhouse has really good chili.
I
If
bet.
you haven't tried it, you have to try it.
I bet you they have good cinnamon rolls too if they made them.
You might be a chef, bro, but make me some cinnamon rolls and chili before the show so I can try it.
That's it. That's all. That's
it.
all I need. I
I
don't
gotta
even need a
try it.
payday. That's my payday.
Well, dude, I think that's a live stream.
Hey,
That's wild.
that's been a great live stream. We know you got to get off here, Cameron. I appreciate you coming on, being our first ever live stream guest.
Yay! Making history, guys.
making
Because apparently I
history.
didn't know this was a 1-year thing for all of
Bro.
us.
I didn't either till like 30 minutes.
Yeah, he
before
told
we
me
went
why
live.
I was sitting down for the show. I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, this is real big. So, really cool, really exciting. And hey, Cam, you've officially been chopped by Bumpin' Chops. Love you, kid.
I love it. Love
Hey, you stick around. I'm gonna close this out though. All right.
Okay.
The following program is for adult audiences only.